Everything new and coming to DFW Metroplex in 2026, I'm so excited to share with you guys. DFW is already one of the fastest growing metros in the entire country, and in 2026, it's about to get a whole lot bigger. Over 100,000 people are moving to the DFW area every single year. Major corporations keep landing here. Infrastructure is being built in every direction, and the development pipeline stretching across the Metroplex right now is unlike anything in any other region that they've ever seen before. In this video, I am walking you through everything new and coming soon to DFW Metroplex in 2026. Corporation campuses, the master plan communities, the entertainment destinations, the infrastructure projects, and what all of this means if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing anywhere in North Texas. And stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you one part of DFW that people are still sleeping on. The investors who figure it out first are going to look very smart in about 3 years. I had a conversation recently with a couple relocating from California. They had done their homework. They knew that DFW was growing. They knew the job market was strong. They knew that the cost of living made sense compared to where they were coming from. But when I started walking through what is actually being built and planned across the Metroplex right now, they went quiet for a second. And then one of them said, I had no idea it was this much. And that is the thing. Most people know DFW is growing. They see it in the headlines. They know people are moving here, but the scale of what is actually happening on the ground right now is something different. This isn't just population growth. This is a fundamental reshaping of the entire region, corridor by corridor, city by city. And the people who understand where the growth is before it arrives are the ones who make the best decisions. Whether you're buying a home to live in for an investment property, or just trying to figure out which part of the Metroplex is going to look completely different in 5 years from now. I'm Brittany Stewart with the Lux Realty Group, and I help buyers, sellers, and investors across DFW make smart real estate decisions in a market that is moving faster than most people can track. And on this channel, I break down what is actually happening in North Texas so that you can stop guessing and start acting. Here's everything new and coming soon in the DFW Metroplex right now. And here's why it matters for real estate. First up, Goldman Sachs campus in Dallas. Goldman Sachs is building an 800,000 square foot campus in the North End District of Dallas. So just north of downtown near the American Airlines Center. That's going to house 5,000 of their employees. It's under active construction right now, and it's expected to open in 2028. But why does this matter for real estate? Well, when a firm like Goldman Sachs puts 5,000 high-income employees in a specific corridor of the city, the neighborhoods around that campus are going to respond. Uptown, Vickery Park, Turtle Creek, they're already seeing demand for executives relocating ahead of the campus opening. That demand is not going away. It's building. Second, and one of my kids' favorite, is Universal Kids Resort in Frisco. It's slated to open the summer of 2026. Universal Kids Resort will be the first theme park of its kind from Universal Destinations and Experiences, built specifically for families with young children. It sits on 97 acres right off the Dallas Tollway in Frisco and is expected to create thousands of jobs and draw visitors from across the country. Why does that matter for real estate? Most entertainment destinations change the demand for a profile of an entire submarket. Frisco was already one of the fastest growing cities in America. A Universal Resort adds tourism, infrastructure, short-term rental demand, and long-term residential appeal to an area that was already running hot. Third, right by Universal Kids, the Fields Master Plan community, and oh, is it a beauty. It's one of the most ambitious real estate developments in all of North Texas. It's anchored by the PGA Frisco and the Fields West mixed-use village. This project is redefining luxury living in the northern suburbs. There's already $425 million in active construction financing in place, and the Fields West is bringing walkable retail, dining, and high-end apartments to a corridor that is drawing national attention. So why does that matter for real estate? Master plan communities of this scale create their own gravitational pull. Properties inside the adjacent fields are appreciating on the strength of the brand and the build out. This is a kind of development that anchors a submarket for decades. Fourth, the Westoplex expansion. This is a term that you're going to hear a lot more in the next few years. As land in the eastern Metroplex, meaning Dallas, Collin, and Denton counties, have become increasingly expensive, development is starting to shift to the west. Western Tarrant County, Parker County, and the corridor running along I-35 West are emerging as DFW's next primary growth frontier. There's a $1.7 billion West Side Village developing in Fort Worth, which broke ground earlier this year in 2026. It's one of the largest mixed-use projects in the region, and it's a signal where institutional capital is pointing. So why does this matter for real estate? The communities in the path of this westward expansion are where you're going to find land that is still reasonably priced, infrastructure that's coming online, and a wave of new residents not far behind it. These are the conditions that create real estate equity for buyers who move before the headlines catch up. And then fifth, this was a shock to me, DFW Airport Terminal F and the infrastructure expansion. Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is undergoing a multi-billion-dollar modernization that includes the construction of a brand new terminal, Terminal F. It's going to add up to 30 new gates along with major improvements to Terminal C. I just experienced it. This is on top of the airport already being one of the busiest in the world. Combined with ongoing highway expansions, utility infrastructures across the Metroplex, the transportation backbone of DFW is going to be rebuilt on a scale that supports decades of continued growth. And why does this matter for real estate? Airport expansion drives commercial development, logistical investments, and population growth right there around the airport. Communities near DFW Airport and Alliance have consistently outperformed the broader market, and that pattern isn't looking to change anytime soon. So here's the part I told you to stick around for. The area that most people are still underestimating right now is the Westoplex. Everyone knows Frisco, Plano, everyone knows McKinney. Those markets are well established and of course, well priced. But the opportunity in those areas is largely already reflected in the cost of entry. But the Western Corridor, Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Parker County, areas like Aledo, Weatherford, and North Fort Worth, those markets still have room for growth. Land is available, infrastructure is coming, corporate investments is still pointing west. And prices have not caught up yet just to that trajectory. PwC and the Urban Land Institute ranked DFW the top real estate market to watch in 2026. That tailwind doesn't distribute evenly across the region. It concentrates where there's room to actually grow. And right now, that room is in the West. The buyers and investors who are mapping out that corridor are the ones who are going to look very smart in 2028 and beyond. Before the master plan communities are announced, before the infrastructure bond passes, before the corporate relocations land, this is when the best decisions are usually made. So I want to hear from you. Are you already here in DFW, thinking about making a move here, watching from another state, and you're trying to figure out where that opportunity is? Drop it in the comments. I'll see you there.